for the past 45 minutes. When we were still coming up the incline, we both started feeling like we were gonna vomit because we've been pushing really hard today. Plus I didn't bring a headlamp, so I guess there's no choice but to push hard. It's been a little over a month since we got back from La Paz, and it's been a little difficult because we both got really sick, and unfortunately it just took about 2 weeks to get over that. So today we're doing an adventure in the backyard. We're going to be climbing up the Manitou Incline and heading over to Mount Manitou, which is the real summit of the incline. Not a lot of people know that.
The Manitou Incline true summit is actually Rocky Mountain, and then what we plan to do is actually go back down Rocky Mountain and then on up to Mount Manitou, and then we'll swing around using Longs Ranch Road and the Ute Trail. Should be a good time.
So this building right here used to be a mortuary. Nothing seems to stay in business here. There was once an escape room that we went to. It was pretty cool, but it is completely vacant. We think it's haunted.
Part of the reason why a mortuary would be a good location for this road is Ruxton Creek and this canyon get very cold, so supposedly they would put the bodies in the water. Kind of creepy, huh?
All right, now that my hands are completely numb, I can't feel my face, it's time to get super hot and sweaty. So, approaching the first step of the incline. It is a party on the incline today. It's okay, we'll have some solitude here in about 40 to 45 minutes.
Best piece of advice to survive the incline is to pace yourself, find a steady pace, and stick with it.
We just passed step 1600. Doing pretty good for what feels like a summer day.
Thank you.
top of the false summit. This is gonna be a nice way to break it up. It is a shopping mall out today. Everyone is shopping for good feelings, including us. But part of that feeling is also having some one-on-one time with Mother Nature, which we will get when we get past the top of the incline. Man, that was hard. That was a good push. Funny enough, we've never timed it. We don't know how fast we are. And honestly, don't really care. Just go and do it. Get it done. Numbers complicate things.
Once you reach the top of the incline, if you go up a little bit further, you will see the ruins of the old incline station, which I believe ran, I think, until about 1990, and then became an illegal trail that the local officials just turned a blind eye to. And then only within the recent 10 years did it become legal and maintained. And you will see some of these circles scattered throughout town. These are medicine wheels. Off the Ute Trail, there's actually a dedicated Ute medicine wheel that we probably won't show you today, but it's really cool to visit. Once you get to the top of the incline, past the ruins, there are 3 different directions you can go. There's a trail going off to the left, there's one going off to the right, and there is one that continues straight. Take the trail that goes straight uphill, and you will eventually come to this section, as you can see, marked by a wooden stake. National Forest really is a playground for adventurers. There may not be a trail for every mountain, but if you can grab yourself a copy of the Pikes Peak Atlas, there are so many wonderful places to explore with some navigational skills, of course. Used to be an attraction that visitors had the option of hiking to once they reached the top of the Manitou Incline. This is not the summit of Rocky Mountain, but it's a fun scramble if your feet are not wet like ours are. There's 2 options to get to the top. You can either scramble up this way and shimmy across, or like I prefer, you can scramble up this ramp, and then there's some rebar at the top. And then over here we have a nice window that perfectly frames Pikes Peak. The true summit is the west side of Rocky Mountain, which you can see behind me. It doesn't have the sweet views that the east summit has because it is covered in trees. But if you want to say that you stood on the actual summit of Rocky Mountain, you have to head west just a little bit until you get up through the treed section.
So we've made it to the true summit of Rocky Mountain, and yeah, it's a beautiful view. It's kind of hard to think about that because for the past 45 minutes when we were still coming up the incline, we both started feeling like we were gonna vomit.
Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't feel like I had to vomit. I actually felt like I had to crap my pants, but yeah, thanks for trying to save some of the embarrassment, but I don't care. I'll tell it like it is.
We're running down the Three Bears, and unlike Goldilocks, there's not anything that is just right. All three hills are just kind of a suck fest on the knees. We needed a break. It gets really hard after a while running down this road, but we're about to get onto the Ute Pass Trail, which is a historical trail. A lot of the Utes used to use it to get through the pass, which is really cool. So you kind of get to walk in their footsteps and see the things that they saw.
We had no idea that apparently people can just like drive their Jeeps on Ute Pass Trail for funsies. Anyway, a couple Jeeps came by on the trail, and what was packed is now mashed potatoes and super hard. We used to train on this trail a lot when we did ultras, and it was always one of our least favorite because it's literally up and down, up and down, up and down, and it makes a hard finish for our day today, especially now with the snow being newly soft thanks to our friends sitting with heat and a soft cushioned car. Thank you. Finally finished. We're exhausted, we're hungry, And my nose is probably very snotty, sorry about that. But we are going to hopefully go find some good pizza. And we'll see you on another adventure soon.